got to gamble every once in a while. That'll give the Keys Cougars the ball at the 36-yard line, 37-yard line, Wildcat territory. Taylor still your quarterback. 2 men in the backfield, H-back on this side of the field, and it's going to be handoff straight up the middle.
Yeah, the little fullback dive there, right in that A gap.
And that was carried by 23, Gower. So Gower's going to pick up one. They're going to call it 2. No, they're going to call it 1. Excuse me. It's a long 1, short 2.
We got one wide, split out wide. 2 men in the backfield here. A little wing back. Uh-oh, he's in trouble.
Taylor running for his life, dumps it off. And it's Colton Taylor that drops the ball out in the flats.
He was wide open, too. He wasn't going to pick up the first down, but he was going to get a good little gain there.
So a short pass to Taylor, from Taylor to Taylor, and unable to hold on to it.
He was the quarterback. Taylor was running for his life. Checotah is getting a lot of penetration into the backfield. I don't think Keys is happy with those big boys up front right now and allowing all this penetration.
So that'll bring up a 3rd and 9. The ball is placed on just this side of the 35. 2 men in the backfield, H-back and a tight end. And timeout's going to be called by the Keys Cougars. Coach Crittenden wants to talk about it. So we'll send it to the trailer and take a quick timeout ourselves. And when we come back, more football, the Checotah Wildcats at Keys Cougars.
Boys, there's 11 people in the box. If Keys is going to do anything, they're going to have to at least make them think that they can throw it.
Right. Once you bring that up when we come back. I need your picks before you leave today.
I got them written down. I'll text them when I get home.
Okay.
I picked Keys earlier, man. Oh, we're about to come back.
All right, we're coming back on the field.
Timeout's over.
Back to Park Hill, Oklahoma. Keys has a 3rd and 9, and Coach Crittenden called a timeout. And Brian, you made a great observation earlier.
Yeah, Checotah's coaching staff is going to make them throw the ball. Well, here we go.
And Gower to the right side, and he may have enough.
I think he's going to be just shy. It's
going to be about a yard short, so an 8-yard gain. So that will bring up 4th and 1.
The tight end got the hook block on the defensive end. They didn't allow any upfield penetration on this side, allowed him to kind of skid outside and pick up some. But Checotah's got everybody lined up in the box. Their free safety is about 7 yards off the ball. So I think they're going to try and make the freshman beat him with his arm.
Well, I think you're right. They're stacking them in, and they're playing them pretty tight. But also that sweep seemed to work out because everyone's in a box. All right, so we have a 2-man backfield with Gower and Taylor in the backfield.
Oh, boy, here they come. Oh,
and hard count gets the Wildcats to jump off. So a 5-yard penalty,
like
jumping off sides.
Bailey McIntosh, a sophomore, jumped off. Oh, and that coach took him right out.
And he's replaced by number 28, Tyler Barlow.
That's got to drive football coaches crazy because he was standing right over the ball. Well, you got to think, what were you looking at?
Yeah. So that brings up a 1st and 10. Ball's on the 23-yard line.
Here we are again. We're all stacked up in there. Might be time to go on top of them.
Taylor and Gower in the backfield. Hands off to Gower. Gower's got a hold. Look at him go.
There we go.
Nice tackle, and that was a tackle by 14, Connor Jenkins. Is it Jenkins? No, it's Jenkins.
It looks like maybe the Keys coaching staff challenged their linemen in that timeout, because the last 2 plays after that timeout, the line of scrimmage is moving the other direction now.
So that's going to be a 10-yard gain, so good enough for the first down. Ball's on the 12-yard line, so they'll bring up 1st and 10. They have a little bit of room before they get to the end zone. They can pick up another first down. Still the wing T backfield, and we have Gower and number 35, Aaron Smither, in there.
Did he fumble the snap?
I was going to ask you if it was a quarterback sneak or if he fumbled the snap.
Well, I saw, Checotah was overloading this field side, the short side of the field, and they were jumping around out there. I was trying to figure out what they were going to do.
So that was a 3-yard gain. 3-yard gain, that'll bring up 2nd and 7 for the Keys Cougars. In the backfield is 35 Smither and 16 Nathan Clark for the Cougars. Taylor takes the snap and is going to hand it to Clark, and
a little power play off, right off guard. Picked up 4.
So that will move the ball to the 4, and that'll be 3rd and 2.
Ever since the timeout, Keys has done a better job of getting the freshman quarterback into comfortable down and distance, you know?
Right.
3rd and 2, 2nd and 5, 6.
So it's Smither and Clark in the backfield still.
Oh.
Taylor hard count once again, and got Checotah to come across the line. No.
It's on 47. 47 moved.
Okay, false start on your wide receiver, split out towards us. And that is 47 is Kobe Strickland, sophomore. So the sophomore wide receiver moved. That'll back him up 5. So all of a sudden you go from a very makeable 3rd and 2 with that running game. So it puts you back into about a 3rd and 7.
Yeah, I think Keys is approaching this. He's got 2 plays to make 7, though. I don't think the field goal is in play here. I think he's thinking we got 2 plays to make 7 yards. Oh,
and
man.
That's not what Coach Crittenden wanted to see. Cougars jumped the snap once again.
31, the tight end. Eli Trammell.
Eli Trammell jumps on that one.
Now we got 3rd and 12 here.
So the Cougars are going in the wrong direction. 4 minutes and 32 seconds to play in the first quarter. So now we've moved to a 3rd and 12. Nice angle right there on the 20-yard line.
From 3rd and 2 to 3rd and 12.
And we have Taylor and Smither and
this was the first time they ran out of a shotgun.
Okay, that's what confused me.
Yeah.
It was a shotgun formation. It looks like it was going to be a quarterback sweep the whole way. It kind of fell apart on them.
Yeah, it was for NFL that play those little bunch formations. Pittsburgh runs those a lot out of that bunch, trying to get your receivers free releases, but he was never throwing that ball.
So a whole crew comes in. They may kick on this, and it's 4th and 11. That's a long 11.
Looks like they're going to try a field goal. Jordan Andrews, a sophomore.
Andrews lines it up, and
that's going to be short.
Way short, about 7 or 8 yards short.
Yeah.
Had a lot of air on it. So that was a 3 minutes and 27 seconds now on the clock. And Checotah, that gamble earlier doesn't look so bad now, as they will take over on the 15, 14.
Yeah, from where the kick was.
So they'll take over on the 15. No, they're not on the 15, or are they? Yeah, they are.
Yep.
A little confused where we're going to spot the ball here. Nope.
Actually, moving it up to the 19. Whoa.
The 20.
Yeah. The 19 and 11 inches.
So 1st and 10 on the 20. My apologies. Yes, high school rule. If you attempt a field goal and it makes an end zone,
it's a touchback.
It's a touchback.
Okay.
The other team takes it on 20. Yeah, I haven't done football in a year, and my brain froze on me. Kind of like some of our computers have been doing.
You hope that doesn't backfire on Keys because it's a young.
Fisher, handoff Fisher to the right side, was following that big number 75, that big nasty right there, and that was. I know he's not on my starting lineup, so.
It's 77, isn't it?
77,
Lackey?
Todd Lackey, yeah.
The right tackle.
Right tackle, so.
That's a big old rascal too, boy.
Short 2nd and 1. It's going to fake it to Fisher. Now Shropshire's on the run down the right side. He's got some room, and he's going to be tackled on the 43-yard line.
And here comes Checotah with the tempo.
No huddle, quick to the line. Coach flashes in signals. Everyone looks at their wristbands. 3 wide receivers towards us, 1 up top, single back formation. Snap, hands off to Fisher. Fisher towards us. And could have been a holding call. Good no call. Fisher on the move. Spin at the 15, or excuse me, at the 25 and down at the 19. The Keys fans are going ballistic because I think the officials may have missed a big hold right here on about the 50.
Yeah, the line judge was looking right at it. Maybe he thought that maybe he went down a little easy, maybe.
Right, trying to get the call.
Get the call.
Kind of like taking a charge in basketball.
Yeah.
The flop a little bit. So they flip it. 3 wide receivers to the top, 1 on the bottom. Fisher still your running back. Scratch at it. Was not Fisher, but Shropshire holds it. And great tackle out there for a no gain.
33, Luke Collette.
Was your new
Junior.
running back.
Yeah.
New running back, and
I don't think that was that little zone read play, and I don't think Keys was thinking they were going to hand him the ball.
And we have 2 minutes and 20 seconds and counting left in the first quarter. 2nd and 10.
We're in a 2-by-2 formation now.
2 receivers, top and bottom. Shropshire takes a snap. He's going to look to his left, and he's got 23, Hunter Hamilton open, but immediately he's met
by Taylor, the quarterback.
By Lane Taylor, taking a little frustration out there.
I'll tell you, man, I'm impressed with these Keys defensive backs and their tackling. I mean, they've made a lot of one-on-one touchdown-saving type tackles here on this drive. And it looks like they're playing that cover 0. Everybody's playing man across the board. There's not a free safety, so you got to have good tacklers to do that.
So the handoff was to Luke Collette, and
we got an injury.
He picks up maybe 2 yards, but we have a man down for Keys. Let's see if we can get a shot and see what number that is.
I want to say it's 75.
But I tell you what,
Mitchell.
Nate Mitchell, and see if we can get a good shot of him here. So when we come back, it'll be 4th and 8. 71, and that's who it is. Sam Smith. Is it 71 or 77?
I don't think it's 77. I see 77 over there. He's got a knee over here.
Yeah, and 71's got a knee too, so it may be Nate Mitchell. All right, so they've got the helmet off of him.
70.
70, we were all wrong.
Logan Maxey.
Logan Maxey, senior. They're already thin at the offensive line. So we have a minute and 34 seconds left in the first quarter. And it's a 4th and 8. The ball is placed just to the right of the 20.
Oh, let's see if he puts any weight on it. He's walking off under his own power. He kind of shook the trainer off.
That's a good sign right there. Maybe got a little, dinged up the knee or hip a little bit, or took a helmet on the thigh.
Yeah.
Those big guys aren't invincible, I'll tell you that. So a minute and 34 seconds left in the first quarter. Checotah.
They've got their horse back in the game, number 6. Let's see. He's been out the last couple of plays, and they've gone backwards a little bit. Let's see what they do here.
So play clock is dwindling down now at 15 seconds. Shropshire, 2 wide receivers to the left and the right. He repositions Fisher, 4 seconds, 3, snap. Fisher, Sharpshire looking to his right.
Nice catch.
Wow. He climbed the ladder. Boy, I tell you what, Brian, he went up and got that one. That was Jacob Barrett.
Yeah, buddy. That was a nice catch.
That was a nice catch, nice throw. Barrett went up and climbed the ladder and got it. That was about a 15-yard gain. Now the ball's going to be spotted on the 8.
What made that? Boy, the Keys is running on somebody late. Did they get a timeout? Oh, did Checotah take? Oh, no. Keys got a timeout late. Boy, 75. Nate Mitchell was trying to run on there at the last second. Do you think that they played that last play with only 10 guys?
Keys have taken a timeout. So Keys timeout.
I'll tell you what, that catch is doubly tough because he was looking back into the sun. As soon as he came out of his break, that sun getting in his eyes.
Right.
And he had to snatch that ball out of the air.
Yeah, it was, I tell you what, that was an incredible grab because, yeah, he climbed that ladder. I know I've said it a few times, but yeah. So a minute 22 left in the first quarter. And the Checotah Wildcats are driving. They started at their own 20. So now currently they've driven to the
13?
To the I think they're inside the 10.
Okay, that's the 7 or the 8.
I think it's on the 8. They say the 7 on the scoreboard.
Let's see if Checotah can finish it off. Keys couldn't. They self-destructed when they got in the red zone. Let's see if Checotah can finish this drive off.
So Keys has burned 2 timeouts.
And it's still the first quarter.
Still the first quarter. Handoff to, nope, Sharpshire takes it after he faked he lost the ball.
It looks like it came right back to him.
But he faked it to Fisher, good fake, but then on his spin move, lost the ball.
He was running kind of straight up there, you know?
He was a little tall.
Yeah. Looks like he got a gain of 1. They get it to the 6 now.
So picks up the 1, just under a minute to go. Sharpshire pulls it again, and a little flare pass.
Did he get in? Touchdown.
He got in. That was Colin Roberts, the tight end for Checotah. So a little 7-yard toss to Colin Roberts.
That's that little zone read. They're reading the tight end and the inside backer. It was just a little, I bet you it was a choice. I bet you he could have kept that and ran it in if he wanted, but they bit hard on the zone read on number 6, and he just fluffed it right there to him.
Nice pass. Going to go for 2. A pitch to Fisher. Fisher fumbles it. Going to fumble it in the end zone. And I think it bounced out of the back of the end zone.
Yep.
So,
well, that was an odd formation. They had the quarterback snapping the ball. The starting quarterback snapping the ball. The receiver, number 3, was the quarterback.
And they ran an option out of it.
And technically, the quarterback was eligible receiver. He released like a tight end. He's the last one on the line.
He's the last one on the line. Yeah, it's nice formation. So we are at 45.2 seconds left in the first quarter. Checotah Wildcats strike first.
Now let's see how these young Cougars bounce back from that, because it was a little disappointing for them to get inside the 10 and not be able to finish that off. And they kind of gave up a long drive there. Checotah made a couple plays, but Keys had their chances to get stops there, and they just could never finish the deal. They had, what, 2 third downs that drive?
Right. Well, they converted the 4th down also. Yep. The 12-yard pass on 4th down. So.
So let's see if they can bounce back. Let's see if the freshman quarterback maybe gets his legs under him. I still think they're going to have to throw the ball. I know they had some success running those little off tackle and those little stretch plays, but I still think they're going to have to at least present it. They tried to throw it once, but that's it. I mean, those safeties are in the box.
Back to receive deep for the Keys Cougars is number 2 Bryce Sanders and number 15 Colton Taylor.
See if they kick it deep this time. Last time they pooched it right into the sun, maybe hoping to get a. He's winding up to pooch it again. Let's see what they do here. There it is again.
That's what he does again. Fair catch is called, and he's down at the 39. Let's see if they spot him at the 40.
Well, you wonder what the thinking on that is.
Well, you know, I've heard stories. Sanders for Keys has got some feet, and
okay.
I know he's a nice punt returner. So I would assume he's a good kick returner too, and you know, just maybe trying the percentages. Maybe it's going to bounce off their chest and bounce right back into him or something.
Let's see what they do here.
So Keys will come back out in the wing tee once again.
There we go, boy. Them safeties.
Single man backfield, 2 H-backs.
Those safeties are linebackers right now, fellas.
Man in motion is Gower. It's going to fake to Gower. It's going to hand to a cross.
Yeah, it's
a little cross butt.
Yeah. Ooh, that's that old Mesa play, that little 45 inside reverse. The wingback comes back under the quarterback.
And that was Colby Nottingham. I don't even have him on my starting 2 deep. Colby Nottingham, a freshman.
Yep. You see, Georgia Tech does that a lot with those little wingbacks. Throws in those little inside reverses.
So it was exactly a 10-yard gain, gives them a first down and 10 at the 50. Once again, single backfield, 2 H-backs, and that's your wing T formation.
Yep. Man
in motion this time.
Here we go, the same play.
Same play, opposite side of the field, and I believe that was Gower.
Yeah, but missed that tackle. 56.
Offensive lineman got pushed back in the backfield, so Gower had to make a change of direction. 1-yard gain on Gower.
Caden Walker had a chance to get him for a 2-3 yard loss and couldn't finish him off back there. Let him get off the hook a little bit.
We are placed the ball at the 49-yard line of the Checotah Wildcats, and we are at the end of the first quarter.
Are we on? Nate, are we off or on?
I believe we're still on. We're still on.
The refs needed a water break there. Boy, they're high. Even the refs got to hydrate. Temperatures like this, fellas.
I tell you what, it is brutal. We got here about 1:30, scouted the field, started running cable around 1:45, and we were literally at it until 7 o'clock.
Yep. Now, in all fairness, I wasn't here at 1:45 in the heat. Eric and the faithful Bravado Wireless crew, the fearless Bravado Wireless crew.
Right. So, it's I appreciate that, Brian, because my team does a great job.
Yeah. We're sorry, you people at home. We're getting some feedback.
We get some
squelch in our ears.
We always have a good time here. All right, 2nd and 8. Ball is on the 48-yard line. Excuse me, not the 49.
Oh, here we go. We got a pass.
Got a pass. Drops back. Taylor looks deep, and oh goodness gracious, that was the big 31 tight end Eli Trammell.
Yeah, he cut his route off. I don't know. He cut his route off short, and the quarterback let it go like he was going to run that flag route.
Yeah, it looked like it should have been a flag route, and here's our replay right here, and just overthrew everybody.
Yeah, it was a miscommunication, but hey, in the long run, I think that's going to help them because they've got to find a way to back those safeties off. I just don't think they're going to be able to pound it up in there.
If anything else, it shows, hey, we can at least roll out and throw it a little bit, but caught us both off guard.
Yeah.
So now we have a 3rd and 8, a long 8.
Let's see. We got that little bunch formation again. We could
have had offside again.
There we go.
It'd be a pick six.
He's to the limo, baby! To the limo! Yes!
Oh, Jacob Barrett picks it off at the 45-yard line and
takes it to the limo.
Takes it to the house.
No, he took that to the limo.
To the limo. So a pick 6 for the Checotah Wildcats.
And I think the refs are talking to him a little bit, telling him, hey, look, man, as the season goes along, because when he scored the touchdown, he broke the tape. A sprinter's breaking the tape.
Right.
So I think he's telling him, hey, as the season wears on, you're going to get a personal foul celebration for that. Here we go in that extra. Now we're more conventional.
Going to go for 2.
In a little offset pistol here.
Offset pistol formation. 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen. It's going to be a quarterback draw or a quarterback lead, and he did get in. So he got in, so that's 2 points. That brings it up to 14-0 with 11:44 left in the second quarter. We've got a couple men down. So we got some Wildcats down. So let's take a quick 30-second timeout, and we'll be right back to the Wildcats at the Cougars.
Big wireless companies keep getting bigger and bigger, but their coverage where you live is still small. At Bravado Wireless, we provide the best unlimited talk, text, and data for only $40 a month, right here in Eastern Oklahoma. You deserve to connect fast to your family, friends, and colleagues, wherever they are, with no interruptions and no excuses. Don't buy into big. Go bold. Go Bravado. Visit bravadowireless.com or visit one of our stores, where we make it easy to join our family. Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection. Summer is in motion, and you don't want to miss a moment of it. With Bravado Wireless, get unlimited talk, text, and data at a price you can feel great about. This summer, go bold. Go outside, go barefoot. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
As he limps off the field.
Looks like 33 is coming in to replace him. Shaman O'Neal?
3 wide receivers to the top. 2nd and 8. Shropshire still your quarterback. Fisher beside him. And he will hand off to Fisher and be brought down in the backfield by Colton Taylor.
That miscommunication offensive line, he came unblocked. Maybe he was the read man on that, and he shouldn't have handed it off, you know?
Right, maybe it was maybe he should have kept that because that defensive end came straight up the field.
Yeah. Boy, I see our sideline reporter. She's the hardest working woman in the business. She's been running this track.
Right.
I need to give her my fitness tracker.
Right. Help you on your numbers. Shropshire looking deep to his right. He's got a man and
overshot him.
Overshot him. Well, Barrett stopped running to stop and make a jump for it.
Yeah, he didn't read that right.
Now, if he would have taken about 4 more steps.
Yeah, I think it was right there.
Yep.
I think as this game wears on, I think you'll see more of those shot type plays because he's got 6-7 inches on that corner.
And that corner being, who is that, number 2?
Yep.
Clock count, it's 9:51 left in the game. Or left in the half, excuse me. And a timeout by Checotah. So Checotah will take a timeout their first timeout as they have 4th and 15 on the 20-yard line.
Yeah, let's see what they do here. Maybe they take if they can get another shot with that. They can get another shot with the Jacob Barrett on that shorter corner. Maybe they take another shot at it. See who
9:51 to go in the second quarter. 4th and I guess we're going to call it 14.
Yeah.
4th and 14 on the 24-yard line, the 20-yard line.
You got to give it to these Keys coaches. There's no panic right now with their younger kids. They're talking to them. They're not fussing at them. There's no finger point going on. They're talking to them. They're trying to get them out of this. But this will be huge if they get a stop right here now.
Big time because they fumbled the ball.
Yeah.
Basically
right where they're at.
Basically right where they're at. So it's kind of a wash right now.
Oh, what do we got here?
So we're going to split out offensive linemen on both sides.
Gate.
A single offensive lineman down in the middle, and
he got him a free release.
And could not connect. Nope. Going deep for Barrett once again.
The last 2 plays, Barrett hasn't done a good job of finding the ball.
No, he's had the advantage both times.
Yeah,
but he's
got
not
a free release off that, and even interfered. But hey, Sanders was in perfect position.
Yeah.
You still like your chances if he could have found the ball for him to come down with it, but right. Sanders was in good position.
Yeah, Sanders did a great defensive. Has been a very good defensive back, and that's one thing Coach Crittenden said in his in the blitz interview was he was going to stick Sanders on him all day long and see what happens. So now the Keys Cougars take the ball over, 9:47 to go in the second quarter, down 14-0, and they will be on their own 20-yard line, 1st and 10.
We'll see if they can get a little something going here.
Man in motion. And going to hand inside, I believe that was to
a little fullback belly play.
It's handed off to
35.
Smither. So Aaron Smither's going to pick up 2 for the Wildcats.
Gets about 3 yards on the play. We'll bring up 2nd down. Ball sets at the.
Then I'll bring up 2nd and 8 for the the Cougars. 9 minutes, 21 seconds, and ticking in this second quarter.
You got, what, second down and 6, 7?
It looks closer to 7, yeah, so that's a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7.
They're in their familiar.
Everybody shifts.
Oh,
2 men in motion.
Yep.
Yeah, and going.
I wonder who's going to be wrong in that. That's the Sanders, who's a junior. And a senior that got a little cross there, Caden Gower.
So timeout by the Cougars. 2nd and 7. We'll call it 7. Coach Critten's going to talk to him. That's their last timeout. So the Cougars are out of timeouts with 8 minutes and 59 seconds left in the second quarter.
So they gave him the timeout before they called the penalty? Is that right? It looks like it.
It looks like it. It looks like they did not mark off anything, so they're saying they called the timeout before the penalty.
And they're still talking to him patiently. You know, they're telling him to settle down. We're right in this. It's only 2 scores, you know. They're not out of this game. They just got to get a little something going. They don't want to give the ball back to Checotah right now.
Right.
Got a receiver split to the field. Let's see what they do here. There we go.
Man in motion. Offset to the right.
Oh, he
got away with
movement there.
Got away with some movement, but Checotah's all over the place. They tackle Smither in the backfield.
It was the same little belly play they just ran for 3.
And that will back them up 1 yard, so makes it 3rd and 8 now. With 8:36 left in the second quarter, ball is placed on the, I believe, what's that on, about the 23?
Yeah, 23, 22 maybe. It's got to be the 22 because it looks like a first down will be the 29.
Taylor takes a snap and hands off to Gower.
There it is.
Gower's got some room on the right side.
Uh-oh.
He's got some speed.
Here we go. Don't go out of bounds. Good job.
Cut back, and he's on the 40-yard line. So essentially a 18-yard run by Gower. You know, that's the play they had success with earlier, was running off that right side.
Yeah, and I like the way he finished that run. He was headed to the sidelines and put his head down a little bit, cut it back inside, and got another 3 or 4 yards instead of just stepping out.
Cut it up against the grain a little bit. Gives the Cougars a little momentum here. 7:57, and the clock continues to wind down. 1st and 10. And timeout by the Checotah Wildcats. So that's the Wildcats' second timeout of this half. That'll leave them with 1. Clock reads 7:52, and the Cougars are down 14-0, but just had a big 18-yard run by senior Caden Gower.
He's taking his gloves off. He just threw them at the sideline.
Timeout Checotah. So Checotah has 1 timeout left as Coach Hendricks pulls them over to the sideline to talk to them.
And most of the coaching going on the key sideline, they're really focusing on the offensive line. They're really, really, in what they're doing, whatever they're telling them, the last 2 timeouts, they've really been talking to the offensive line.
Seems to be very conducive for him to you know, pep them up a little bit, and you know,
maybe more than anything, remind them, hey, fellas, we've got a freshman quarterback. We need to keep him clean and confident.
Right.
We got 1st and 10 from the, what's that, the 38, 39?
39. The field's marked, and it's just
real faint. 39.
It's just real faint. They needed to put another can of paint on them. So yeah, just south of the 39.
Here we go.
1st and 10. Taylor under center. Takes the snap.
They had
He's
more
gonna hand it
confusion
off,
in the backfield.
More confusion, but this time it's handed off to number 2, and that's Bryce Sanders.
Got a nice little gain of 3.
Yep. Wasn't sure what was going to happen out of that because there was, like you said, some confusion.
Oh, that's not a good sign for Checotah. Their starting quarterback is dragging his right arm. He's also their safety. Look at him over there.
Yep,
I think he got a stinger.
That's not something you want to see. And on the ground on the sideline, you can see him in pain. Helmet comes off.
With force.
With force. 2nd and 7 for the Cougars.
But they hadn't completed a pass yet, but it's backed off those defenders 2 or 3 yards.
Same play. He's got 2 men out front. Nice little hop. And he will be close to the first down as he gets finished off there.
The Gower kid again, isn't it? Or Sanders. Sanders.
That was 13 for Checotah that finished him off there.
Andrew Arden. What do we got? A hold here?
So I didn't see the flag on the field.
I didn't see it either. I don't know if it was illegal.
5-yard line. Be 2nd down.
I don't think it was thrown. Dropped?
Must have been dropped right in front of us where we couldn't see it.
I just saw him pick it up.
Yeah. So it was a 10-yard penalty. So now they go from 2nd and 7 to now they're 2nd and 14.
And the ball's resting right on the 35.
Taylor still under
Oh,
center.
here comes a blitz.
And
wow. Nice.
That was
I tell you, you guys can't appreciate that, but if you were watching that, that looked destined to be about a 4 or 5 yard loss.
It was going to be ugly. Gower somehow escaped.
Yep.
Gower somehow escaped 3 white jerseys right on top of him.
I didn't think that he was going to – I thought the quarterback wasn't going to get the handoff. Gower's coming up limping now. He's their leading rusher. He's got to be.
Yeah, he's broken off the 18-yard run and the other 10-yard run, and now Gower goes down holding his – looks like either knee or ankle. So that's not a good sign because – the Gower's your leading rusher, and the senior clock is reading 6:28. Ball is spotted on the 40. We'll call it the 42.
I thought initially that was cramps, but they're not treating it like cramps, are they?
No, he sure looked like he was limping.
Boy, it's getting warmer and muggier.
It's getting sticky. It's getting sticky in here.
Yeah, Gower's up under his own power. Boy, that left leg.
Yeah, it's hurt. You can tell it's hurting him.
It looks like the trainer on the Checotah sideline is still over there talking to the Shropshire, the quarterback. He's gripping a ball. They're checking his range of motion right now. 33 has replaced him. 33 at free safety, Luke Collette.
Nathan Clark brings the play in. (14-0) your score. 6 minutes, 28 seconds left in the second quarter. 3rd and 8. And handoff once again to Bryce Sanders.
He did a very good job of getting upfield there. He looked like,
And late flag, and it looks like
a personal foul on number 11, Checotah, it looked like.
Number 11 is Howard.
I think it was 11. Don't quote me on that just yet.
Personal foul on the Wildcats, so that will change a 4th and 5 or 4th and 4 into a first down. So that gifts the Cougars 15 yards.
It gets them into Wildcat territory on the 40-yard line, guys.
6 minutes and 14 seconds left in this quarter. And that gives them a new first down.
I think it was number 11 they called it on because he was still walking back from the Keys side of the line of scrimmage when that flag was thrown. And so I think I couldn't see what he did. I think it was more than talking.
Well, the official didn't waste any time of grabbing the yellow laundry and tossing it.
Boy, he threw that with some style, too. Did you see that thing?
Yeah, yeah. 2 men in the backfield. Taylor's still your quarterback.
Well, they're loading up the box. Here it comes.
Loading up,
Jailbreak.
and that was just,
oh,
you called it, jailbreak blitz, and everyone coming after him.
look at that. There was guys wide open. Anybody that, I don't think he's an eligible receiver, but 77 was wide open. I don't know where they were going.
So Nathan Clark was your ball carrier, and he took a 3-yard loss.
Boy, that's a big one, man. Maybe a older quarterback, not a freshman, sees that blitz coming, and they had plenty of time on the play clock. Maybe backs him out of it and gets him into something different.
That's that that youngster.
Yeah. That's their first play that they run that they didn't get anything this drive.
Right.
They've done a very good job of staying, oh man, out of the negative plays, you know.
Hard count, and that's going to back up. Had his own players jump off.
I think it was the left guard.
49-yard line.
And the Keys assistant coaches they got their heads down, hats off, scratching their head. Ooh, a little breeze in here.
Little breeze coming in, right?
Ooh-wee. Are those the winds of autumn blowing like a radar?
Might be. So that brings up 2nd and long, 2nd and 19 for the Cougars. Man in motion, sets up in the backfield, and play clock expired.
Oh, geez.
So just when, wow, just when the Cougars start to get a little momentum after the personal foul, they're basically right back up where they were.
Yeah, they're back on their own side of the field, man. They just keep shooting. They get to smelling that end zone and start shooting themselves in the foot.
Having definite problems in between the 30s. So this will bring up 2nd and 23.
So they're showing blitz again in that A gap. Here it comes. They block it up a little bit better.
And I didn't see who the handoff was to.
4-yard gain. I think it's
23 Gower. Gower's back in.
Brought down by number 5.
They're going to pick up 3 or 4 yards. And you're right, folks. If you sit there and watch it, Checotah is literally putting 9 men in the box.
They're not trying to hide it. You know, I'm always kind of partial to the old flea flicker, baby.
Right.
You know, just either a tight end dragging up the field. A flea flicker would do them well right here. Let's run it.
3 minutes. I'm all for it. 3 minutes, 20 seconds. 3 wide receiver.
Ooh, boy, they just barely got that play off. Oh.
And nearly picked off by 2 Wildcats. And in the middle of that, Sanders had a shot of catching it.
You know, I don't know if he ever saw the ball. I want to see that replay again because he didn't even, if he saw it, he didn't try to make a play on it. You see, I mean, he sat down in that zone and never left it.
Yeah.
And I don't, it would have been a nice catch, but he sure could have helped his quarterback out a little bit there. Punting it here.
Punt formation.
Oh! Now, did he get drawn off?
I think it is offsides.
Very interesting. Offside, yep, they got him. Now let's see if that changes anything here. Now they're back into.
With 3 minutes, 19 seconds, I think you just try to pin them deep. And back returning the ball is.
That number 3 again,
I think that's 3. I think that's.
Oh, it's a fake. It's a fake. He got outside.
Sanders on the run toward the right. And that could have been close to being a late hit.
And it was really close to being a horse collar, but he got the outside of the pad there. Look at that.
Yep. drug him out of bounds, took out one of his own players on the sideline.
Yep. I'll tell you what, 14 from Checotah made a nice little play there, because if he didn't get it, that kid may have scored.
He had the corner.
Jenkins, yep.
So 3 minutes, 8 seconds.
Shropshire's back in the game.
Shropshire is back in. 2 wide receivers on both sides, top and bottom. Fisher is to the right of Shropshire. Shropshire takes a snap. He's going to hand off to Fisher. Fisher's got some room on the left side, and he could go. Look at him go.
Oh, he's taking
trying to get tracked out. Gower might have a shot, misses him, and Fisher, a
45-yard touchdown.
He took it from the 40.
42.
So, no, that would be a 60, almost right at, so a 59-yard touchdown run.
He took it from the 42. Yeah,
58?
Yep, 58, 59. Either way, it's a lot of dang
yardage. That was a lot of yardage, right? And he had, someone had him in the backfield.
15, the defensive end made the right play.
Once again,
Colton
Taylor, yeah.
And he made a nice little, gave him that dead leg up the field, and Taylor went for it, and he's just stepped out of that arm tackle and took it to the limo, boys.
And so a point after.
That's a backbreaker. Oh, I don't think they got enough. They get the timeout. We can hear the Checotah coaches next door screaming for it.
Screaming. It's going to be a delay game. They were short a man, but I don't like taking timeouts on PATs.
Yeah. Well, what do you got?
But
3 minutes.
2 minutes 57 seconds.
They're still going to let him kick it, it looks like. They're lining up to let him kick it, at least. Boy, that was a backbreaker for Keys, man. Them coaches really, really got to do encouraging right now. Ooh,
oh, nice kick by the young man. Where was that earlier?
Good night.
So,
Kaysen flew there. He just banged one through. Did they flag or?
Well, no, I think it's an official's timeout. I think maybe Shropshire is either bleeding or has an equipment problem because they sent him off the field, so now they got to have someone else hold the ball. And Checotah does take a timeout to try to figure this out. 2 minutes and 57 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
The Keys heads are down, man.
Well, that's tough. It's 2 huge plays that have put you in a hole. You take away the 2 big plays, take away the interception for a touchdown, and then you take away if Taylor makes that tackle or at least slows him down in the backfield, that's not a 58-yard touchdown run. That's maybe a 3-yard run.
Yeah, or he had him dead to rights. It should have been about a 3-yard loss.
Right. Yeah, it should have been. Even if he holds on to him and waits for help to get there, then
and the most disappointing thing for that, I'm sure, for the coaches, for Keys, was that was a senior making that play. You could probably understand if a sophomore or a freshman seeing his first varsity action misses that play, but, man, it's got to be disappointing. You got to tell your seniors, fellas, we're young. We've got to make these plays. That's
tough, and Coach Crittenden, he's a veteran coach, so he's going to go in and I'm sure he'll have the right things to say. Huh? So they will come out and go for 2 now.
With a different quarterback.
Different quarterback in the game, and that is
number 13.
Oh, it's picked off. But
can you get that for 2?
Not in high school.
Okay.
So
33 made that interception there.
It's Andrew Arden was the quarterback there. So I wonder what's going on with Shropshire.
Shaman O'Neal intercepted that ball. But he could have got him 2 points if he was in the league. Boy, you see that? He even switched the ball.
Yeah. He was prepared to go to the house with that one.
Put me in, coach.
Yep, that's right. So 20-0, the Wildcats advantage, and we have 2 minutes and 57 seconds on the clock. So the Keys Cougars will be receiving, and if you're our Keys or Checotah, excuse me, do you continue to pooch kick it?
You have to excuse Eric. There was a big old roach crawl across the window.
Yeah, that was nasty.
Yeah, big old one.
It was an Oktahol roach.
Oh, those is the worst kind of roaches.
The time is at 2:57.
You know, at some point, the coaches on the Keys can't be the only ones talking. They've got to get some of these upperclassmen. I think the roach just knocked us out. Okay, I think we're back. Check, check.
Prepared to kick off for the Wildcats, number
But I think that the Keys upperclassman needs to start doing some of the talking, you know? Some of those seniors and that, just start talking. It can't all come from the coaches, you know?
spot the ball to the 35-yard line.
Okay, we're back on. Someone turned off our power up here.
Boy, our power's blinking up here. I think we're back again for you at home. We're experiencing some technical difficulties.
Not ours.
And it's the whole press box out. Checotah's assistant coaches are a little irritated right now at the fact that they can't communicate. So the whole box is down. So you'll just have to bear with us a little bit. In the meantime, we've got Keys, second down and 10. Looks like they had a nice little gain there, and then they had a flag that backed them up. So now we're back in the 2nd and 10. They've got good field position here. The ball's sitting at the 34.
So 2 minutes and 1 second, and it's clicking. So apologize. Yeah, the power keeps going on and off in the press box. And
oh, they finally got him on it.
They got Gower on the outside, and
yep, number 11 there made the unorthodox tackle.
Right. I tell you what, Gower is either good for no gain or he gains 18.
Yep. If he's got a little crease, man, he's a nice little player. He can slither into there, and he's off.
I tell you what, that handoff was fantastic because I thought the quarterback still had it.
Well, two of the Checotah defenders thought that the other back had it because they tackled him.
So 1st and 10, and we're on the 45-yard line. Minute 33 to go. Hands off to Gower again. Gower gets straight up the field, north and south. Yeah, nice. He's real patient and let his blocks develop.
Yeah, he's a patient runner. If you can't see it on Facebook, we've just been notified that the Facebook feed's down, but he took that running parallel to the line of scrimmage and just kind of set his blockers up, got some of the flow gone, and he picked his hole and squirted in there for 7 yards.
Yeah, a nice 6-7 yard gain, so it brings up 2nd and a long 3. Taylor under center once again. He's going to fake it to Gower this time. He's going to look to throw.
Throw it away, young fella. There you go.
I tell you what, he was wanting to throw it to Trammell, and Trammell just kind of broke his route off and started into a drag. I don't know if that was his route or not.
But the same kind of thing happened earlier on that pick six, and he chose to make that throw. This time he threw it into the dirt where there wasn't anybody catching it, and he wasn't going to get a grounding call. So a little bit of growth from the freshman.
So that brings up a third, and how the stick moved, I don't know.
It's 3. Let's see what we got. Again, I think this is 4-down territory for him.
Handoff.
There.
Oh, and it had the room.
About 17 seconds. Got to move.
Got to hurry up.
What do we got here? Yeah, boy, they just did him a favor because that's going to stop the clock and give him some extra yards.
15.5 seconds to go.
26-yard line.
Nice little play call and run by Taylor. Let's see who they called on, Brian.
Now, that was at the end of the play. There was 3 Checotah guys there and 1 Keys. Uh-oh.
I think it was on Taylor. That would be Colton Taylor.
Well, I sure hope not. He was on his back.
A little too much adrenaline going on.
Well, he was trying to get up from under there because he knew that they needed to get the play off. So I don't know what they called there, but I think the Checotah guy was laying on him trying to waste time, and he got a little aggressive getting up.
Yeah. So a personal foul, 15-yard penalty, backs them way up. Now here's the thing:
they got to have that play clock running, or they got to have that play called now. Come on,
because as soon as they spot the ball, the clock moves.
Yep, he's wound it right now. You guys got to be going. Let's go.
13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Shotgun formation. Gets a snap off. Taylor's going to look deep and steps right into the sack. So,
dadgone it.
Time has expired in the first half. Checotah Wildcats lead your Keys Cougars 20-0.
I'll tell you what, Keys has really got nobody to blame but themselves right now because they've been inside Checotah's red zone twice, and just were inside the 40. And maybe that's the young coach trying to grow, or the young quarterback trying to grow up.
Yeah, you know, he was trying to do something, but
you gotta have a sense of urgency right now. Well, right then.
Trying to make something happen. Now we're going to go to the sideline as we should have Demi Smith down there, and Demi should have Coach Hendricks interview him real quick before we go into halftime, if she can find him. Okay. I'll let you know when.
Summer is in motion, and you don't want to miss a moment of it. With Bravado Wireless, get unlimited talk, text, and data at a price you can feel great about. This summer, go bold. Go outside, go barefoot. We are Bravado Wireless, and we believe in the power of connection.
We're back with here. Your team was able to score twice in the second quarter and extend your 20-0 lead in going into halftime. What do you tell your team to protect their lead in the second half?
Well, we just got to keep working. We're making a lot of mistakes right now still. Being first game stuff, a lot of young players, so we're going to go in there and talk to them, coach them up, get them those mistakes fixed, and come out and have a good third quarter.
Sounds good. Good luck, Tex.
Run a few commercials, so sit back and watch the band as we're going to grab some deodorant and some water.
Big wireless companies keep getting bigger and bigger, but their coverage where you live is still small. At Bravado Wireless, we provide the best unlimited talk, text, and data for only $40 a month, right here in Eastern Oklahoma. You deserve to connect fast to your family, friends, and colleagues, wherever they are, with no interruptions and no excuses. Don't buy into big. Go bold. Go Bravado. Visit bravadowireless.com or visit one of our stores, where we make it easy to join our family. Bravado Wireless. We believe in the power of connection.
Don't jump it.
Yeah.
Oh no, matter of fact, it wasn't my senior year. He changed it. My junior year, I had a little something to help out.
They started in 7th grade. That's what it calls. I do not think what you
Show me chop. Show me chop. Show me chop. Read that. People look at dudes who play good and they whatever. Them dudes can play.
watch the Army, bro.
Anybody in the Army, man, you gotta be cold. Because you're in the Army.
Those guys are just.
You're in the Army. You huge. And you imagine like the buffest dude you ever seen.
Yours is real. I went to school with Smith. My dad played in Oklahoma.
In college. High school was cool. I ain't like that. We did stuff like that. College. Performance on the campus, they try. We used to put on like almost anything super cool, super weird. Yes, I did. That's the only.
Sorry, maybe that's coming from
You drunk, bro?
Yeah, bro. Yo, anybody else, bro? You over there, the drummer, and we, the tubers don't go perform anything just by themselves. The drummer, we go in front of the cab. We got like big cafeteria, all glass windows in front. We just go over there, start playing. Everybody plays outside. I'm like, what? Yeah. My first game was in Cleveland. I played in the Brown Stadium. Very first game, I played in the Brown Stadium my sophomore year. North Carolina Central. Matter of fact, we're going to be playing on ESPN at 12 o'clock.
All right. You got this, dude?
Yeah. I'm going to call Nate. there you go. Hey, we about to do an interview. Y'all ready? All right, so are we gonna do it or? Demi, your mic on? It's not coming through. Hold on. Test, test, test. You hear that one? Test, test. Mic.
Ready? Can you give the numbers in front of the camera, or is he calling you back?
All right, the other one is, I tried the other one. Is that talking to it? Anything coming through? All right, let me know when, give me a countdown when you're ready.
Can hear me now.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
Hi, we're back with Coach Crittenden from Keys. Your team is down at the half. What did you tell him in the locker room to spark the?
It's a preseason game, you know, it doesn't count for the playoffs. I don't know how they respond. We're a young team. When you're coming in, they're experienced, and we've done everything we can to help. I mean, penalty-wise, we've had too many of those, and we haven't, you know, haven't done that stuff. Just got to keep playing hard and just see what happens second.
All right, sounds good. We'll see. All right, good luck this next half. Thank you.
Thank you, Demi. All right, we are just a few minutes away coming back, and Brian.
We're on the verge of really turning this into a boat race, guys.
Try to shut them down.
We just got to